Hello and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions tutorial. I'm your host Jag Thunder and this is Minecraft. And in this episode is part 2 of our Better Than Wolves multi-floor elevator system. And in this episode we'll be going over our lighting and our floor selector system that we have. And this will be the final part to this tutorial. I hope you guys are enjoying it and I hope you guys are doing good so far. Things you're going to need: Minecraft 1.24 or below. I know it says 0.23, but we're updated, and I'm updated too, and it fucking works. So that's the Better Than Wolves mod, and some patience. You'll also need MC Edit. My zip download is on the first video. Go back and grab that one. That'll help out a lot. I got a lot of schematics in there, and also a world save. And just at least watch part 1 because it'll show you how to use the schematics. So with that being said, let's get on to the lighting and the wiring of our elevator. Alright, so we left off on part 1. You got your elevator system built, and hopefully the elevator goes up and down. If it doesn't, try again. Anyways, so what we want now we want to stop the elevator on each floor. And to do that, you're going to have to put the indicator systems in. So we're going to be using block detectors, and I'm going to show you each floor individually where they're set up, so that you can set yours up the same. Alright, just like in part 1, I've got a last minute fix here in the render. I noticed that I probably should mention this too right before I show you where to put the detector blocks for your floors. I do want to make note that the distance between these blocks, or the actual placement, will depend a little bit on how much blocking you have back here and going up. If you've got it shorter or if you've got more of it, the blocks are going to be either closer or further apart. That's just going to depend on your signal going up. So you may have to do a little bit of testing. If the floor stops 1 below, then you got to move block 1 up, and so on and so forth. But just so you can see what I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks back is your power tree here. And this side is 2 blocks, and then 3 blocks up like this. And then on the other side, as far as your green ones go, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks back to your power tree. And then that goes up to the top. And it's, hang on a minute, 2 blocks, 1, and then another 1, 2, 3, and then back to the tree. Or the vertical lighting anyways. I just want to make a note of that. I realized that I forgot to tell you guys that in the first part of this video. And then also too, I did go a little fast right here, and you'll see me go over it again. As far as getting the down signal up to the top, you got to go up through that hole that I showed you in the first part, the 4 blocks over here that I had opening, or 3. You're just going to bring that redstone up right here. I told you to bring it up here, but you'll see in just a second that I didn't actually tell you that you had to bring it up right here. So anyways, last minute fix there. Now everything should be complete. Let's continue. So starting on floor 5, right here in the corner, go up 2, and there's the first one. Go over 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's floor 5. Floor 4. If this is the elevator right here, you're going to go up 2, over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor 3. Here's the floor. Go up 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you see, the signal's getting spread out, so we got to go just a little bit further. Floor 2. Right here on the bottom, because it's really close to the signal, so it stops really quick. And these are the down signals, these are the up signals. And go over 1, 2, and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's the top floor right there. And as you can see, it's 1 block from where the elevator actually stops. And because, like I just told you, it's so close to the signal, as soon as that goes off, the brake goes on. So now that we got that set, let's hook them up. Okay, to set up your floor detection system, we're going to come over here to the main schematic, and I'm going to show it to you. Basically, all you got to do is come out of the back of the floor detectors. This is the up signal, this is the down signal. So that's I got red and green. And then all you got to do is bring it out to a lit torch. And the same thing, just torch, redstone, block, torch, block, torch, block, torch, block, all the way to the top. And then where it comes through the floor, right here, you just have to step it up and be a little creative and get it to come out right in front of this detector block right here. That way when the signal gets switched, it spits out the redstone right here, and the signal goes through and it doesn't read anything from that side. And then exactly the same thing for the down signals. Just bring it out, piece of redstone, go up some steps or down some steps to a lit torch. It's got to be to a lit torch or it won't work. And once that's hooked up and you've got them all set, when you push the button, the floors should actually stop at each floor. Alright, so now that you got it stopping on each floor, you want to control each floor, which floors we want to stop at and which ones we don't. So we need to set up selector switches, and we need 5 signals going out and 5 signals coming back. So this is what we're going to build. Basically set up your 5 blocks with 5 buttons on it, and put repeaters behind each one. That way the signal goes out straight. And then the first one, leave open with redstone, and then you can put a repeater here, or redstone going out, it doesn't matter. And then add a diagonal shape like this. Make sure each one is open with redstone, because that's where we're going to bring our signals back down from the top, and it's going to light this redstone up and send it back this way. At the end of the system, you're going to have redstone on the end of each block. That way it can go to the repeater, which separates the power from jumping down from each one. And this one here, you can put 2 in the middle, and that'll keep it from going to either one of these blocks right here. So the idea is to keep the power going straight. This is really confusing part of the whole build. I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can, so just bear with me. But anyways, you want to keep the power going as straight as possible, and you want to bring it out into an inverter, and you want to invert the power. Then you want to go into the block dispenser, which has a solid block and a glass block with a torch under it. And then your lit torch here at the end. And basically this is just a flip-flop. It holds the power on or it holds the power off. And you need to build 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the top floor and the bottom floor automatically stop wherever the hell you want them to. So the only 3 that you really got to be concerned with when taking the power past over to the floor detectors are the 3 middle ones. And I'll go over that here in just a second. But anyways, get yourself this built. The total distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the bottom part. Alright, the next part is we're going to build the top section. And you've got to bring the power back from here back to the light so that you can see it. So basically when it goes through your flip-flop and it goes up through a block and then a redstone torch, and we'll look at this one here because this is completed. I split the other one apart. You're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. You go over 2 and then down 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to run it back all the way to the front. And when you get to the front, you got to be a little creative here because the redstone wants to cross and touch and everywhere else. So you want to have redstone at the very end here, and this is, let me get a little situated, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 back, this is 6 back, 4, 6, 4. And just walk it on down, repeater, redstone, repeater, repeater, redstone, and then there's a repeater up there, and then repeater, redstone, repeater. And then lay your wire across the top, and that will light up your selector switch. And as you can see, it'll pull the power through and light your indicator light up. And then the middle ones, all you have to do is take it to the back side of this block right here. This one and that one. And that should keep everything separate here and here. Then you want to run it out the side. And as what this does is this brings on your other floors, when you push the button, it brings the signal down, goes into this system, goes into the flip-flop, sends it back up, and then it lights up the indicator lights here, and then it continues up and lights up the indicator lights on each floor. So basically how that works is what I showed you in the first system, is you want to go over 2 or over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2. So if you set it up just like that right there, the first one is going to come down and this torch is going to light this up when the selector switch is hit, go into this repeater, turn, and then go down this system. And then it's going to go back up your vertical lighting, and as it goes up from an unlit torch on each section, and I'll show you that over here in just a, right over there. Where the fuck is it? We'll go back over there in a minute. But anyways, it comes off an unlit torch, and then the signal goes back down through. So you make sure you pull the power off an unlit torch anyways. That's what I'm trying to get across here. And then just build your systems up like that. 4 blocks, 2 blocks. Drop it down and line it up. And then your back one, I brought that out 2 blocks. That way I've got enough room to put the redstone here, because I got to come off this unlit torch right here, which it would be unlit, but I've got it selected. And it drops down in between. That way your redstone doesn't mix. Basically, that's all. Like I said, that's all we're trying to do is just keep the redstone wires from crossing. Gets a little confusing, but you guys can do it. And this is just the top section again, and the bottom section. So let's look at that. All right, and then we'll go back over here to the main rig. And this is what it should look like on, whoops, this side here. And you're going to have all the way up, just go all the way up until you reach the top floor and level it out. And these are all unlit torches. They're lit right now because all the signals are selected. But this will come out flat, and you should be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks out at the top. So you got top floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, ground floor. So if you can build the first system, the other ones are really easy. It's the exact same thing. That's all you got to do. Just run the power up, bring the power down. So as you can see up top here, it comes out. It's the same pattern as the one on the bottom, down over there. And it comes out to a lit torch. Over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, all the way down to the bottom. And as you can see, I'll try to get in tight here so you can see it. Whoops. Alright, that torch will light up, come down here. Floor 2, shit, I'm stuck in here. Goes to this torch here, to the pink one, which is actually supposed to be purple, but whatever. There's your blue one. There's your pink one. And there's your yellow one. So that's why those openings needed to be there with the redstone. So when that power comes down, it lights that redstone up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Not too bad. I think you guys can handle it. Alright, so once you have this system put in, now you need to get it over to shut your floors on and off. And like I said a few minutes ago, you need to have just the 3 middle ones is all you got to worry about. The second, third, and fourth floor. Because the first one, and the bottom one, and the top one are going to stop automatically anyways. So those are just kind of null and void. You're just taking the signal up so that you have a light signal inside the top and the bottom floor. So the middle 3 you need to bring out from an unlit torch. These are lit because the signal is on, but it'll be an unlit torch. And you're going to bring 1 signal over from each one. So you're going to have 3 lines coming over to the back of your elevator to where your floor sensors are, which are right here. And what you need to do is you need to interrupt this signal going up the chain. So right now there's no power on it because the floor is not there. So you've got your going up signal and your going down signal. You're going to have a block dispenser sitting right in front of a piece of redstone. So I put 3 blocks like this, and then when the power comes down, the block dispenser spits the wire out, and now the floor, when it comes down, the signal can pass through and go up the chain to the top and turn the brakes on. And when you push the button and it turns the power off, it sucks the redstone back in, and then when the floor goes past it, the signal can't go through, and the elevator will just keep on moving. But you need a signal on each side when you're shutting the floor off. One for going up, one for going down. So each line coming in has 2 leads. So the purple one comes in here on the down signal. And I'm trying to get in here so you can see it. Right here. And then also down here. And then the next one will be your blue one. Goes in here on your down signal. And then on your up signal. And then your pink one, same thing, on your down signal and your up signal. It's really easy. Like I said, all you're doing is just breaking the line, and you're using the block dispenser to do it. Turns the power off, and it never reaches the top. The elevator keeps on moving. So hopefully you can figure that out. That's not too bad. Alright, let's go over to the lighting system. Alright, here's the lighting system, and believe it or not, this took a lot longer to figure out how the hell to get that tangled mess to work over there. Because you got to have 5 separate signals coming in a very tight area, and then you've got to open it up and get them separated coming back out. So the easiest way to do that is this right here. This will be your first one, and you're going to have 5 blocks with a repeater, redstone, and then you're going to run it right out to a solid block torch, and that's your main control system for your power going up. This is the second one. You're going to have 3 blocks, 1 block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. 1 block, 3 blocks. And you have 3 repeaters in the middle and 1 in the front. You're always going to have a repeater in the front, and remember, because this is the power going into the light, the repeaters have to face that direction. And then the next one, or the middle floor, the third floor, has 3 repeaters. And again, the reason the repeaters are in the area they are is to keep the redstone from jumping between the lines here. So try to build them exactly like this if you can. 3 repeaters, 2 redstone. 3 repeaters, 2 redstone, 2 redstone. And then floor number 2, so you're going to have your repeater here, and this one's going to step up. 3 blocks, step up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. 2 pieces of 2 repeaters, and then 2 more blocks. And then the last one, which is your top floor, that's going to step up 2. So you got 2 blocks, up 1, and then up 1 more. Come over 2 blocks, back 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over 3 blocks, and then come out 3 more blocks from that one. And these will just connect into the main tower system. Damn, what side is it's on this side. Yeah, there's a sneak preview of what I got coming up. So, whoop, there it is. Okay, gone. Anyway, this is just where your power comes in from. This is just showing you how to keep it from getting all mixed up and tangled like a rat's nest here in the front. And this is what it should look like as it goes up. There's 2 built together. And like I said, these just come out. And then you'll have to start walking these up and working them out. And I'll show you that here in just a second. And weasel around your floor detection, or your floor selector here for your up and down. And there's 2 of them together, and there's the whole thing together. And if you get the world save, like I said, it's in there. You can kind of take your time and go through this a little bit better. And this is all of them put together. And they should all be pretty close to the same. The only difference is, there's a couple of them that's got to weave in and out of shit. But you'll figure that part out. Remember, too, on each floor, you're going to have... what the fuck was I going to say? So this is it all put together, and like I said, it's going to follow those patterns pretty close. You'll have to kind of mix and match it a little bit to get it out and around your shit, depending on how you build it. This was kind of thrown together the first time through, so some of it's not exactly the same as it was these patterns over here. God, this is rough. Anyways, what you're going to have on each floor for your indicator light system is just below your button and down 1. So right here, your button and down 1 is going to be another detector block on each floor. And then there's one right here behind the top floor. And remember, what that does is this sends your signal out. Okay, so we got to get the signal out and then get the signal back in. So on the floor that it's sitting on, like this is the top floor, the 5th floor, we need the top light to light up. And this will work the same for each one. So on this one here, just weasel the power down to the block that is indicated for your 5th light, which is right here. So that's easy to get the top one because the top one's right there. And then the same thing for the bottom one, as you can see down here. Good God, this is a fucking mess. Sorry, guys. I knew this was going to be the roughest part of the tutorial. But anyways, this comes straight out, and you can bring the redstone across the back. You don't have to bring it here. And then you're going to run it out to your light block. The idea is to get it out to these light blocks, because that'll send your power back up to light up each signal. So this comes over here to the bottom floor. Like I said, the top floor was easy, and so was the bottom floor. And I don't have it cut out, but it's actually right here. Right there would be your floor selector, and then redstone, repeater, redstone, and the repeater's going that way. That way it sends the power through underneath this fucking shit that's in my way, and it lights up, takes the power into this block. So either way, you've got power, Jesus, you got power going this way to light up that block, and then you've got power going this way to send the power up to the other floors. So that when those light up, those come back in, and each floor has a detected light. Good Lord Almighty, this is bad. I put some switch blocks over here so that when you're doing this, do them one at a time. Set up your yellow one, and then do this, the pink one, the blue one, the purple one, and then the orange one. If you do them one at a time and connect them into this one at a time, it shouldn't be quite as bad. You can put a switch on it so you can switch your power and make sure that you're lighting up just the block that you need to light up. So each one, this is 16 redstone plus the blocks high. So I'm going to count this as a 1 block system. So 1 all the way to the top is 16. The pink is 16. And then the other 3 are 18s. And is what you should have. I think I just flipped that power on. At the top, remember you want unlit torches from this side. Your power going up, you want unlit torches. That way when the detector block goes off, the lights switch and then power comes out and goes into the lighting system. That's very important. That has to be an unlit torch. At the bottom, it has to be a lit torch. So you want to bring all your powers down, the ones that you didn't take to the floor that it was actually on, so you should have 4 other ones from each floor. That's a little confusing, but anyways, bring the power down. Doesn't matter how the hell you do it. I use the same thing here, just your 1 block down to blah, 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 blah. Bring it down to the bottom, and then bring your power into these 5 blocks. And that one comes in from the bottom there. So that way, like I said, you have a way to get everything organized back into one system and then taking it back up to each floor. So what you have is, we're going to use this top floor again as an example. The power's coming out and it's going to connect into this. So we're going to give it some power. It sends the signal down and then turns this light off. And then the other floors that need to have that signal, the power goes in through the repeaters into here, and we're going to light up that other one too. No, we won't. So, and there's that one lit up. And here you've got power. This is connected to this one. So you got power there. And see, that's lit up. And then you've got one more, which is here and here. This is going to be a little bit of a bitch. Get in there. There we go. And there. So now you should have, when you get your first tower done, you should have all 5 lights lit up. And then you can move your elevator down to the next floor, or is what I like to do is I like to put a block over top of it. That way I get power going out so I can see which way it's going. So I play with the block on and off like that to get each floor working. So anyways, with all that being said, hopefully it shouldn't be too confusing. Like I said, download my schematics and the world save in the first video. It has all this in here, and you can walk through and get a really good look at what's going on. It's very hard to explain. I did the best that I can. I hope you guys did okay, but I gave you the main parts as far as the height goes and making sure that you have the unlit torch as your power lead going out. So I think I pretty much covered everything in this tutorial. I hope you guys can get this. Remember to watch for my next video coming up. I got something big over there to show you. And remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Later.